also shipped out one of our guys too, man. Now we was taking bets to see how you was gonna feel about this. So go ahead and tell me, man.
Do we got to give you credit? Do we give you props for this? You've been calling it for 2 years.
I told you they was gonna trade that. That was way too expensive. They needed to refinance that like a year ago.
That's what I was saying. If we were actually gonna trade him, we missed the window.
Do it while you wait. Yeah.
We missed the window. Yeah. We could have got a second rounder probably last year.
Yeah, they held that in the car note a little too long. Like, but it was a good car. What a time! Like it was like a race car. Good times, couple rough times, lost the wheel a couple times, but what a time. I just got in this argument. Like, I think he's a good receiver. Like, I think he is an elite receiver. Like, I don't think he's a bum.
TG, we're on the same page. We're on the same page.
I think he's a good receiver. He's real flashy. He does stuff that can work. Man, I heard they was about to give him the Mahomes. That would have got dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That would have got dangerous. I'm glad.
Well, that's what they said. They said the Steelers weren't going to ship him to the AFC. They said we would have got much more in return, but
much more.
Yeah, they said they didn't want to send him to the AFC though. That was the thing. Yeah, they said we would have got way more back.
I don't think you could have gave that to Mahomes.
Bro, him with Mahomes, he would be in heaven, and Mahomes would be in heaven. Like, come on, bro. And for everybody that talked bad about him here. Yeah, oh man!
And he kind of got that chip on the shoulder type.
Yeah, he played like that. Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, he'll wear that. So it's like,
send him over there. You want to? Yeah. They's like, you're not going to the AFC. Go get that NFC action. Hey, you know what? Is that a Bryce? You go to Bryce. All right, you go play with Bryce. Of all places, that's where you're going. Just like, ew, bro. Of all places.
That's like what Buffalo was back in.
I swear, when we was about to ship AB, remember? It was like, yo, the Buffalo. Nah, you can't go there, bro. Like that was the mindset. Yeah.
Like, Carolina's not really getting primetime games right now.
Not at all, bro. Yeah. They are Sunday, 1 o'clock. Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Sunday at 1. You might get them on a Thursday. You'll see them on a Thursday a couple nights.
Yeah.
A couple nights.
They won 4 o'clock games if they playing on the West Coast. That's about the only time they have 4 o'clock. You like, bro, you not in prime time. You are a 1 o'clock team, bro.
And they might not be the game you get. Like,
yeah. If you know, bro.
Yeah. Like, so that's just I thought he had a good time in Pittsburgh. I thought he was a good Steeler, He got paid, he won the lottery.
Yeah.
I read stuff that was like they didn't want him to influence Pickens in the sense of like his attitude and stuff. I had just read
because he basically, man, he wasn't happy with the QB1 direction prior to Russell Wilson. And he was vocal about it. Yeah, he was vocal. He dropped Mason Rudolph name, verbatim. So it was
I think the day he did that was his like, all right, it's over now.
Yeah, I just think it's one of them things where, because I thought maybe it shifted once Russ got here. Maybe he cools off, team cools off, everything works. But to an extent, it's like, man, when you are taking this hard of a stance against the first round draft pick, even if it's valid what you are saying, you can't say that publicly over and over and over again. Unless you are Antonio Brown or you one of these like elite. You're really good. You can't make this much noise though, man. And that's what I kind of how I interpreted it from the organization and why they would make this move. And I think you can make this move and feel a lot more confident when you got Russell Wilson back there versus if it's Kenny or Mason, Mitch or somebody like that. We like, yo, we shipping DJ with one of them. Like, nah, man, you tripping. We ain't got enough. With Russ, you feel a little bit better about if I draft something. Russ at least gives this guy a way better chance of developing a lot faster than if I'm putting this rookie quarterback or this young quarterback with a rookie receiver in GP talking about, all right, guys, develop.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, all right, now this like, it's almost like, like when you're coming up in school, like, we got to separate the kids, like,
Mm-hmm.
Like, you go over there and you go over there.
The quiet ones over here, y'all loud trope. Y'all got to go over there, bro. Y'all got to go over there because y'all can't pollute them. Mm-hmm.
You go over there and you go over there. Like, that's what it feel like.
Yeah.
Like, you go over there and you go over there. And let's figure it out. And we got some, per se, good guys in here.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the compensation?
I thought they won that trade. I really did. Like,
talk
I
about
thought
it.
they won that trade. Like, if you know, you know. That corner's a dog.
Thank you.
That corner's a dog. That was like you don't remember like 2 years ago.
Listen.
People like he was almost like one of the primes of the league. Like
He just got hurt.
Yeah, that corner's a
He's
guy.
a good dude, bro. Good player.
Yeah, you just got to. That's a starting corner. That defense just got vicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not know if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
I'm like, you
defense
pairing
got
that opposite of JPJ,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah, and you got like we'll talk that defense. You got that guy.
you know we're gonna talk this linebacker in a second.
got
We're gonna talk this linebacker in a
what
second.
you looking for in there.
You know we're
like,
gonna talk this
that's what-
linebacker in a second, player. Just
I know that was
just
supposed
hold
to be
off.
that,
Just
like, go get
hold
that.
off. You know he did. He said that's the one. I don't care
I
what
know
y'all
he
talk
would've
about.
got that.
Go get
I
me
want
that
that.
one. I want
Yeah,
that
go
one.
give me
Yeah.
that.
Facts.
But it's like you got a starting corner, you get a draft pick, and it's not like it's like 6th, 7th. Like I seen who got traded the other day, and they
Oh,
only
the
gave
receiver
him
boy. Yeah.
yeah.
God, where was it?
Traded Jerry
Jerry
Fifth and a
Judy.
sixth
Yeah.
to the
Jerry
Browns.
Judy. Yeah.
And what they get a 6th and a 7th for?
Yeah.
Fifth and a
Like,
sixth.
5th and a 6th. Yeah.
a 5th and a 6th. Like they didn't really get nothing. Like you get
Yeah.
a nice little pick. Like you can get something with that.
Or at least flip it. That's my thing. I'm like, man, we got a ton of compensation draft wise that we can pair together if we need to move up. But when you get in some of these moves at the prices, I'm like, Russ for 1.2, that opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Shoot, even the LB that we just picked, we're gonna talk about him. It's like, even with that, I'm like, man, 3 for 41. You seen what Tremaine Edmonds signed for last year? You seen what Roquan signed for? Fred Warner signed for? Yeah.
It could have got weird.
Mm-hmm.
It could have got out of hand. Like
Yeah.
he probably could have waited, but that market, the market. But I mean, I don't know. I thought they won that trade. I think they got the best linebacker in the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best off-ball linebacker in free agency you was gonna get this year. I personally thought that. Like
Facts.
I think Devin White's a dog, but I think that was the
younger
best
too, though, bro.
off-ball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think in free agency right now, I thought that was the best off ball one you could get, and it's in conference.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get something that's like, oh yeah, I get to go across the street. Now I want to see y'all, And I do remember that out route that you run in practice all the time. I'm waiting.
you know he got one of the plays. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get this one.
I'm waiting.
I'm gonna get that one. Yeah.
Yeah. You always.
Everybody got to play. Everybody got to play. Facts, bro. Everybody had one.
If I ever see them, I would jump this.
Yeah, like bro, run this if you want to.
Yeah. And he in the middle of the defense, like it's like I think that's the linebacker. I was saying that's the linebacker they've been trying to find since Shazier. Like they've been looking for him since the Shazier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think that's the guy they've been looking for. I really do. I think they won that trade. I think they got a corner. That's a guy. They got draft picks. I think they won that trade, and they get that money off their pocket. Like they get all that headache. I don't want to just call him a headache, but
because this is the thing. It's like, can all of this be true? Is him complaining about the quarterback situation, the offense situation? Are those complaints valid? Yes, but at the same time, could that be deemed cancerous in the locker room? Yes.
Well, you got the Mitch stuff too that popped up last year. Him and Minka, the no effort on the fumble and the tackle. The guy. Like there's been like little things that pop up, little things, but
it still should be frustrated.
Yeah, ultimately, I never thought of Diontae as like a bad teammate or a bad guy for the Steelers. I never did, but there have been just like little things, especially if you're talking about like setting an example for Pickens.
Yeah.
Like Diontae is the dude that got the contract extension, like the guy that the Steelers believed in to, I don't know, become a leader, I guess you could say. Like that's what they think of guys that are growing in house and get that bump up in pay. And just with how things played out 2 years after he got the extension, they're probably just thinking like, I think this is the time. This is the time to part ways.
I think it was time. I thought it was time. You knew it was coming.
If this year would have played out, if we would have known how this year played out with Diontae, I would have said absolutely. I mean, I was even saying absolutely too last year if we would have got Jordan Addison.
But I think for what he costs, you put him in conversations with Stephon Diggs. You put him in conversations with like.
But you got to think though, them dudes is getting what 24, 25.
Where he was in that.
He was only getting 18.
He's like 7 or 8 less.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he's up there in them ranges where you're talking about an elite, like who's getting that?
Because pull up
18.
I'm like, because Renfro was what in that 15.
Calvin Ridley
17?
just got like 24 or something.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley just signed 3 for 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's
Where'd he
that much
sign?
better
Who'd
than
he sign
Diontae.
To the Titans. He got 3 for 90 to go to the Titans with like 50 guaranteed.
I thought
No,
the
four-
Chiefs
four
was
for
gonna
90.
get their
Or
hands
4
on
for
that.
92. Excuse me, 4 for 92.
So what's that?
Yeah.
But that's way overpaid.
Is it like
That's
22,
way-
23?
But that's what we saying though. In terms of
That's way
DJ, he's
overpaid.
getting 18.
Who's in that category?
Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk's another guy that
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
yeah, I
He got
think
way
he might be
overpaid,
getting 18. Yeah.
He got way overpaid.
But think about
But
it.
you remember-
He got his deal before DJ.
Yeah, he set that market that year. But you remember
Yeah.
DJ was like a steal, but he's still in that convo with them. Like what? Who else is in that? Are any of them
Lockett.
X's?
Hold on. So he brought
Lockett,
TJ
Amari
Lockett.
Cooper,
All those guys you're naming are like the slot. All those guys you're naming are playing
Godwin
like
at 20,
to the
Keenan Allen at
front.
20.
But you hear him? Godwin at 20, Keenan Allen at 25, you said?
20.
At 20?
But those are backside one-on-one guys.
DJ Moore at 20.
Those are backside one-on-one guys. Those are the guys you got to double team. You got to either put that double over them or you got to force that double to the front side. Like, you know what it is.
No, facts.
So it's kind of like for what the position he was playing to the value he was getting, yes, it was very cheap. But the position he was playing to the value he was given in the sense of what that job requires.
Yeah, what it requires. I'm with you.
Yeah. He's like out of the guys you can name. He's
That's not
like
scary enough to be an
That's
X.
not scary enough.
Yeah, and that's why typically we would say most X are big body, down the grass type of guys, and AB was probably one of the only ones that we've seen here where
But
you could
AB
get that
plays
little.
big.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. He was one of the only ones that gave you small stature but played big.
Steve Smith. back in the
Yeah,
day.
so it's rare.
People always praise Steve Smith because he'll run that route.
Yeah.
From there, like, he'll be that guy.
Uh-huh.
The reason, if you think about it, it was a lot of 3rd and 1s, 4th and 2s that he'll
Mhm.
get that fade ball.
Yeah, big facts.
And it's like they
Big
count
facts.
that like you gotta count it. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So it's like for that spot, it just I think that it just
Yeah.
wasn't that.
Now that
You
makes
know?
sense.